What's happening, sports fans? Trent the Great back in the building, man. Talking that sport-ish, man, and I want to drop a gem on y'all, man, and it's about how Kevin Durant recently said that the New York Knicks aren't cool. Okay, so let's jump off into it. Kevin Durant was recently a guest on the Hot 97 with I think with Ebro and Peter Rosenberg or something like that, man. And he went on during the interview and said that the New York Knickerbockers aren't a cool team because nobody wants to play for them. You know what I'm saying? Part of it. But anyway, he said the younger players of this generation don't see the Knicks as a strong brand. And he also said that fans look at the Knicks as a brand. The fans look at the Knicks as a brand and expect these younger cats to want to go and sign with them just because they are the Knicks. And the Knicks as well, the Knicks brass, the Knicks ownership, they feel like that these younger players should just want to come and play for them just because of the mystique and the aura and playing in MSG. Well, that was then. You know, this is now. They are really living in the past, you know, from the Patrick Ewing's Patrick Ewing's New York Knicks and guys like that. The Knicks ain't won a damn title in damn near 50 years. You know what I'm saying? Since like 72 and all that. I think it was Earl of Pearl Monroe and all them cats, Willis Reed and all them guys, man. And they ain't old enough to be my grandfather. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the New York Knicks, they're living solely in the past. And you just think that people are going to come there and just sign with them. You see, this is what happened this past summer because for possibly about a year, maybe more, the New York Knicks were pursuing Kevin Durant. Or just it was reported. It was almost a done deal. And that just shows you how things are in this society. This seems old, which it was just like last year. But the reports from the time that KD's contract was coming up, as well as Kyrie's contract was coming up, the reports were that Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving were going to sign with the New York Knickerbockers, the New York Knicks, you know. And it was almost a foregone conclusion. But it wind up, you know, they wind up signing with the Nets, of course. I mean, it was like a last minute, kind of like a swerve thing. But, you know, now you see kind of why. You know, and for the most part, I think most people thought it was just, it's always been about ownership. It's always about the New York Knicks brass. James Dolan, being the owner that he is, just a perennial loser. Not him. The Knicks are perennial losers. They've had basically two superstars in their entire franchise. Well, I'm not gonna say entire franchise. Yeah, I guess you know, but really two superstars that you could say of the last 25 to 30 years. And that's Patrick Ewing and Carmelo Anthony. One never won a championship and is a Hall of Famer. Boy, hell. No, neither one of them won a championship, you know what I'm saying? And they're both going to be Hall of Famers. But Patrick Ewing at least made the finals, you know? So, Kevin Durant's take on that is also, you know, he's pretty on point. He also said in the interview that he remembers the Knicks being in the finals because he's old enough. You know, I think KD's about 30. He's on the other side of 30. He's 30, he's going to be 31, something like that. So he remembers the New York Knicks in the finals against the Rockets and stuff back then. He said, but the kids coming up after him, the millennials, they didn't see that. So that's probably why, at least according to him, that the Knicks aren't cool as the Warriors or as the Lakers. And now the Brooklyn Nets. Okay, so now it's becoming more clear, you know, because it's just basically prisoner of the moment. You know, the Warriors, you know, they've got the pretty boys over there. The Lakers, they've got one of the GOATs. You know what I'm saying? And you got great players over there. And you also got to look at it like this. The Lakers have always had legends You know what I'm saying? They've also always had legends to play for their franchise. The Warriors haven't always had that, but these guys have changed the game in the last few years. So that's why you see so many guys going over there and signing with them. You know, I did a video on that, on how they're able to sign all these guys under the cap, all these stars under the cap. You get 3, 4, 5 all-stars on one team in a cap-stricken league, a soft cap nonetheless. But I mean, excuse me, it's a soft cap, but it's a salary cap nonetheless. So that makes the Warriors more attractive than the New York Knicks, and it makes the Lakers more attractive than the New York Knicks. And now the New York Knicks have gotten pushed to the side for their little brothers in New York, and that's the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, how is it that a storied franchise such as the New York Knicks lose out to their little brothers, the Brooklyn Nets? And when the Knicks had the upper hand on signing these two guys, Durant and Kyrie, you had the upper hand on signing them, but yet the Nets come in and swoop and take them. You know what I'm saying? It's like a dude out with his chick at the club, and she see another cat, and she leave with him. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it. I've done it. It ain't happened to me. But, you know, hey, I've been around this. So anyway, excuse me. That's KD's take on that, man. So you gotta, you know, I mean, he's telling his truth now. You know, he's I don't know. He's telling his truth. I mean, it goes on, man, because it's like, what I'm trying to say is, if he ain't rubbed enough salt in them people's wounds, I mean, goddamn. You know, you didn't sign with him. You didn't want him. Kyrie was probably going to sign with him. But because you went to Brooklyn, he signed with them and you know, rolling with you. And they wind out not getting nobody. You know what I'm saying? I mean, whatever, they got that boy from Duke. But hell, he's a damn rookie. So then you go back and you talk about him like this. Nobody wants to rock with you because you ain't cool. Now, see, that's like a high school thing, man. That's like a high school thing. You got the cool kids telling the geeks and the nerds that y'all ain't cool like us. I mean, that's cold. You know what I'm saying? That's cold. So you know you ain't cool, but you're trying to be cool. You know, you want to be in the clique, and it don't work out because they don't want you. I mean, well, damn. You know, and that's how the New York Knicks is. But it's also like this, and I believe this, and it's in the circles, and at least coming from my sources, that as long as James Dolan, the current New York Knicks owner, I think he's the president or whatever, as long as he owns that team, most superstars not going to go there. And I mean, this is a guy who said that he'll give these superstars whatever they want, however much they want. But it's an environment. And the GM and the president, they're good guys. I can't call their names right now. But everybody speaks highly of those guys. It's just the damn owner, you know. Hell, he threw Charles Oakley out on his ass. He banned the fan. And he goes on and plays with his band. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. KD probably got a point. I just don't think he should have said that at least so soon. Well, damn, you know, KD, wait a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I took your bro. You know what I'm saying? You gonna tell me that right after. Well, we got the thumb. We got to go. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. But I do know this. When he do go to MSG, and when he do come back, he better ball out because they're going to boo his ass out the building, especially if he plays bad. Especially if he's not the same player and he ain't pulling up from 30 like he normally do and draining them in their face. So, I don't know. We're going to see, man. We're going to see. But that's my take on that, man. I'm Trent the Great. Talking that sport-ish, man. Hit that like button, that subscribe button, that notification bell to let you know when I'm putting these up. You know what I'm saying? I'm Trent the Great once again, talking that sport-ish, and I am out. 1.